Okay, so when we think about feelings that we all experience, we might think about joy or grief, excitement, sometimes sadness, but maybe not loneliness.
Yeah, it turns out 1 in 2 Australians are feeling socially isolated right now.
And this week, in Loneliness Awareness Week, we're shining a light on this quiet crisis, and volunteers like Grace, who give up their own time, forming unlikely friendships with people like Pam.
When I know she's coming, I'm just absolutely gobsmacked. I think, wow, this is going to make such a difference to my day.
Aww.
It's so nice. No, it's lovely. You
I know, I see it in your face.
It makes such a world of difference, yeah?
Me too.
Yeah, for both of us, I think, yeah.
So, for more on this one, we are joined by volunteer Grace Martin in Melbourne and Professor Ben Smith from Ending Loneliness Together, who's in the studio. Great to see you both. Thanks for your time. Grace, let's start with you. So you start volunteering in the Red Cross Volunteer Visitor Scheme because you were struggling with loneliness yourself, matched up with Pam, and 2 years later, what does Pam and your relationship look like?
Thanks, guys. It's incredible. It's been, 2 years of a friendship like many others, but in the way that she is in an aged care home, I'm not privy to aged care homes. I don't have family there. So our friendship is really just about hanging out, playing Uno, watching Grace and Frankie, a Netflix show. Yeah,
Oh, that's a great show to watch together. And it spans all generations, I think. There's 50 years between you. What do you personally get out of it?
Yeah, I learn a lot from her in terms of acceptance. I think that speaks to being in that kind of context. She's had to kind of move into acceptance, and I think I've just learned a lot about, her experiences, travelling, things that I would love to do. She loves music, so we talk about her festival experiences, and just being beside one another is really important.
Yeah.
Ben, everybody struggles with loneliness at some times, and half of Australians are struggling at every time, I guess. So why is a program like this so important?
Well, I think that we're realising that loneliness and the social connections that we have are so important for our health. In fact, we've not really recognised that our social connections are as important as a number of other health behaviours that we've been talking about for some time. So we do need to be paying attention to this. And it's kind of crept up on us that things have been changing in our lives, I think particularly since COVID, that we're finding it more difficult to stay in regular contact and to have meaningful connections. So we really do need to be switching on and paying attention to this and looking at what we can do within our own environments to promote connection.
It can be difficult as an adult to make friends, to make new friends. What would your advice be to anyone who's lonely and wants connection?
Well, I think a first step for everyone is to be kind to ourselves and to acknowledge that, as you said, this can happen to all of us at different times in our lives, and there's a risk that we can feel a bit ashamed, a bit embarrassed, and that can lead to withdrawal. And what can, I think, help us is to be conscious that even small things that we do, we refer to them as micro connections, being open to have a quick interaction when you're picking up a coffee or passing somebody on the path or bumping into somebody at work. All those things can remind us that there is opportunity for connection around us and that we can move forward. I think there are also other things that we can do to be aware that particularly for those of us who are connected, to know that the small things that we do to make room for each other, physically, emotionally, can make an enormous difference for a person who's experiencing loneliness and isolation. Yeah,
and Grace, judging by the benefits that you've told us about, and obviously Pam as well, you'd be encouraging plenty of people to go and do this as well?
I would, yeah. I didn't know about the Aged Care Volunteer Scheme myself until I kind of looked into what was around. I would highly recommend spending time. I just think intergenerational connections are so important, and we probably don't have enough of them. And any time you're around greater difference, I think you're probably a better person for it. Yeah.
Oh, Grace, you've got such a lovely vibe about you. I bet anyone would like to be friends with you. Long may your friendship with Pam continue. Thank you for telling us about it and what important work you're doing, Ben. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Yeah,
really appreciate it.